Hi.
Hi. Good afternoon. Thank you all so much for joining us for the Alumni Association annual meeting. Woohoo! Right now what we're going to do is we are going to enjoy our wonderful dinner prepared by our amazing catering team. And then after that we'll get started with our introduction. So feel free to go get in line. We have tacos tonight. We also have fruit for the health-conscious folks in the house as well. So we'll get started soon. Thank you.
Thank you.
You are enjoying your delicious food this evening. Compliments of the Alumni Association Board. We're going to go ahead and get started. So we're going to start off with introductions because we want to make sure that we get to know everyone in the room. So we're going to be going table by table, briefly, with getting to know you. So getting to know our alumni. And so you can stand up or you can sit, whatever you feel. We're all inclusive here. So we just need to say your name, your graduate year, and your major, and then one brief memory that you had of Parkside. And if you're a current board member for UW Parkside Alumni Association, you're just going to tell why you joined the board. And then for our guests, for our alumni, you're really back at home right now. The last time you visited campus. So we are going to just start off with this table right here. And they're going to speak super loud so that everybody can hear them. And then one disclosure, this meeting is being recorded just for our purposes and our youth. So act natural, it's fine.
Yeah. Good evening, everyone. My name is Jen Bush, class 12, criminal justice major. Brief memory, I have so many. I'm just going to say residence life because my first boss is here, Shauna Hodges. The reason I joined the board, I just love hosting events and meeting with alumni everywhere. So I'm part of the social committee, so if you guys have any events you want, let me know. Last time I visited campus, that's a new one. In the last month, I think, I don't know. But welcome everyone, thank you for coming.
Hi everyone. Jen's always a hard act to follow because she's Miss Parkside basically. I'm Janelle Zito. I am a graduate of the MBA program in 2020. That was the first fully online cohort. So my brief memory of Parkside was COVID. And that was definitely an interesting transition that had to be made and a hard time to be a student. So any other 2020 grads, I hear you. Why I joined the board, I am the vice president. This is my last meeting though, so but I joined it because Madam President was very convincing and we worked together at Gateway and she said, you should do this now. And I said, okay. And last time I visited campus was probably a couple months ago, but that's because I'm a board member and that this is where we have a lot of our meetings when they're not virtual. So thanks everybody.
So, I'm Devin Boris. I'm the new Vice Chancellor for Advancement and Community Partnership, 07, Sociology. You are a hard act to follow, because my wife's name is Jen Bush, so it's very strange that you're Yeah, it was really weird. So now I have two Jen Bushes in my life. So, my current boss is here, so my favorite memory is learning. I'm going to go current memory, kind of earmuffs, but my second day, an officer walked into my office who had given me no less than 12 parking tickets when I was a student. And so it was very nice to see him, and we had a really good interaction. It was nice to see him still here. He does not remember me, but it was nice to kind of get back at him a little bit.
Okay, my name is Amy Georgie. My graduate year is 2006. I majored in philosophy and art. My favorite memory of Parkside is the beautiful campus and my favorite philosophy professor, Joseph Pearson. And the reason why I joined the board was to try to get Parkside Alumni back involved in UW Parkside, and how we can get alumni back to to Parkside campus. And the last time I visited campus, yes, was probably here for one of our meetings, because we do come back here every couple of months for our UW Parkside Alumni Association meetings, which is nice.
Hi, I'm Lee Kammer. I have degrees in economics and geography. Probably my favorite memory about Parkside is the old rec center. Why I joined the board, it's like Amy said, I thought it was a great idea to get alumni in our community back involved with Parkside. And the last time I visited campus was last month at our board meeting.
My name is Kevin Trevino. I graduated in 1986 with applied science, applied computer science. I was here, I guess my memory is just all the classes I took. My curriculum had a lot of night classes, so I remember being here for a lot of those evenings. A lot of time spent studying in the library. And I was here last year for the alumni homecoming game. And that's pretty much it.
My name is Jim Sewell. I graduated in 1985, computer science. I guess a memory is playing video games in the rec center. Last time I visited was probably last year.
I'll go next. My name is Lisa Guerrero. I technically crossed the stage in 2007, but I had a spinal fusion that year, so I failed class. It was a lot to take on my last semester. I was in a really bad car accident, and so I didn't actually get my diploma until 2010, so I think that's what's actually on my diploma. I graduated in interdisciplinary studies. My brief memory of Parkside was, if you all remember, Carmen Ireland was a staple of this school, and she was the kind of person where if you were Latino, she would walk up to you and say, "I don't know you, who are you, why don't I know you?" And so she introduced me to grants that I didn't know I qualified for, and there was also from the multicultural, from OMSA, there was, after I had had my accident, there was a lot of support from them about, I didn't want to come back. I didn't want to finish. I was very frustrated emotionally, physically, and they continued to encourage me what my life would look like without that degree, without finishing that diploma versus what it would look like with. So they were that pushing force that kind of made me come back, even though it took me a little while to get back. So that was amazing. And the last time I visited campus, I was here a few months back. I was invited for one of the programs, the podcast course that had the association with the Wisconsin Historical Society, and they were sharing a collective of Latino stories. So I was invited back to give my story and share that, and then invited back to hear the next year's as well. So that was the last time I was here a few months ago.
Hello everyone, my name is Jada Peters. I graduated in 2021. I graduated with a major in communication. A brief memory of Parkside, I think to add to yours, I was a transfer student from Gateway, and when I first transferred, I got acclimated with OMSA, and I feel like OMSA was just a huge, that's all I remember from college, was just hanging out, working. And yeah, it was really fun. For the Alumni Association, I joined just to become more involved with the Parkside community. I just really liked it when I came here, so I just wanted to kind of further that experience. Last time I visited campus was last month, yes.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Kim Peters, Jada's mom. We're both alumni. I graduated in 1994 with sociology. Tonight's my first meeting for the Alumni Association, so I was really excited to maybe possibly get back involved in this. And Sabrina, yeah. And then same thing, the rec center. I remember, many times being down there with the bowling alley. I mean, so much has changed here, but it's phenomenal to be back. And the last time I was here was for a meeting about a year ago. So it's great to be here.
My name is Trinity Ajane. My graduate year, I have a few degrees in international business management and in general business management. My graduation year was 2022. A brief memory of Parkside ALMSA, I guess this is the ALMSA table. My first day actually coming here, they had a big, with the house and they, like a big bouncy house or something, and like the activities that they do out there. So that was pretty cool. And then also when I was feeling like exams were a lot, I would look out, and I don't know if you guys know, but Parkside has the best sunsets here. So I really love that. Right, the sunset. It's a paid actor. I am not a part of the board, but I'm always looking for ways to get more active in the community. So definitely I would love to be a part of it. And the last time I visited campus would be just a couple of days ago. I convinced my brother to continue his education. So he is now here at UW Parkside.
Cool. Well, I'll just say hello for a moment because I know I'll speak a little bit more in a bit. Lynn Akey, and I started here as chancellor in January. So my brief memory of Parkside, I would say my first memory of Parkside would be June 1st of 2021. Because that was the day that my son, who is now a Parkside student, came to visit campus. And so that was the first time I ever saw Parkside. So some of you know I was a Parkside parent before I became the Parkside chancellor. So we'll talk about that later.
Yeah, hello, my name is Maris Dishno. I'm the Director of Donor and Alumni Engagement. So a lot of the monthly alumni communication comes from me and the Advancement Department. So I graduated in 2017, but I have to say I am a little bit of a traitor. I went to Stevens Point for my undergrad, but I love Parkside. I love the nature, the scenery, and the people here, so I'm really happy to be here.
Good evening. My name is Shauna Hodges. I graduated, yes, Shauna Hodges. All right. I graduated in 1996 with a major in sociology and psychology. A brief memory, I would say, would be I worked in residence life, right, Jen? Okay. So move-in day, all move-in days, just a great time. People coming on campus and seeing what a beautiful campus we have. I always say Parkside is a hidden gem that nobody knows anything about, and we're happy to spread the word, right? I'm not on the board, but happy to be here. That's it.
Good evening, my name is Arletta Slaughter. I graduated in 2002 with my BA in Communications with a concentration in Conflict and Resolution. One brief memory of me, I was one of the first residents to be in Ranger Hall, and we got a lot of free stuff that year. So we had free phones, internet, because they didn't have everything alive, still, fixing and changing things. And so we were like, oh, we can call home for free. Yes, call as many times as you like. So I joined it was right. Why did I join the board? Sabrina made me. But no, I wanted to give back, continue to give back. I love Parkside. I've created so many wonderful relationships. April, who else in here? Sabrina, of course. Just people that I have, like, just administration. When I walk in the building, I see somebody still that I know, and they're Arletta. So it's always good to just, have those great relationships where I can always call people, and yeah. Last time I visited campus, I was here to support some of the alumni for the Distinguished Alumni Award. So, a few people that got those awards, so I wanted to be here. And yeah, so I'm Arletta. Welcome.
Great.
I'll do it. Good evening, everybody. My name is Nico S. Burton. My graduation year was 2024, May 2024, with a major in Bachelor's of Arts. I have a lot of memories at Parkside, but the top one I have, let's see, is creating many types of art in many of my classes, mostly drawing. I may be in graphic design, but I like to draw. I'm not being on the board just yet, but I just like getting involved at Parkside, and the fact is that Parkside is just awesome. And last time I visited campus, well, actually I was busy of trying to search for a job. I don't want to, last time my recent visit, but if I did have a call for the last time I visited, it would be doing something with art, mostly drawing.
I'm gonna stand up so people can see me. I'm Nakaya Hughes. I am a 2024 spring graduate. Sociology pre-med is my major. A brief memory at Parkside since I just graduated would have to be going to the den at night at like 9:30 at night, just eating food, hanging out with my friends who are now graduated. Not on the board yet. The last time I visited campus is today. I am currently back for some pre-reqs before I apply to medical school.
My name is Nika Wesley. I graduated in 2003, 2, something like that, with Sabrina and Arletta and a few other faces that maybe not here tonight. My major was English Communications, and I have a certificate in professional writing. I also have a master's in management, but that's not from here. Brief memory of Parkside was absolutely campus life, everything campus life. Like Arletta said, we were the first people to grace Ranger Hall. Shauna was our RA at the time. Life was great. Who knew that it was, God, I don't know, 20 plus years ago? It still feels like yesterday when you walk on the campus. Loved everything about Parkside and its campus life. It was small, so in comparison to other schools, but it always everybody felt like family, right? Because it was so small. You could walk around campus. You knew everybody, they knew you. If family came to visit on campus, you knew whose family that was and could point them in the right direction. Parkside was family. So why I joined the board is the same reason that everybody else in this room did, is because Sabrina made us. So we initially joined the board together many moons ago. And I think, it was because of her that I joined the board. And I served as the board treasurer for a good 10 years before I had to say, pass the baton. And the last time I visited campus, I don't know, it was probably a few years ago, also for a Distinguished Alumni Award, supporting other alumni. I work for a telecommunications giant whose name I cannot mention because I'm not allowed to use it in promo without their permission. I do global settlements for them as far as in finance, litigation, recouping, I don't know, tons of money. I have about a $3 billion a month book of business. So that is who I am and what I do. Nice to meet you all.
Hello everyone, I'm April Perrier. Graduated in 2006, sociology, criminal justice minor. Brief memory. I got a lot of memories here. But you know what, I think the most it's just having the students, Arletta, Shauna, Paris, Jen, Jada. These are my OMSA babies right here. I've been knowing y'all, I've been here for 30 years, and you too. I mean, all y'all. You are my OMSA babies. I'm so proud of y'all too. So, not on the board. And I never left Parkside, so I'm still here. Yeah, but I love Parkside.
Okay, I'll go. Good evening. My name is Paris Beckley. I'm a graduate, class of 2009 with a sociology degree from here. My favorite memory of Parkside. Ooh, I'm still apologizing the best. I know I gave a couple of y'all some gray hairs. But no, my favorite memory of being here at Parkside was really connecting with the staff, the administration, campus dining. Y'all saw me walk the Roman halls with the carts. That's probably why I gave y'all gray hairs, because that cart was loud across the cobblestone, my bad. But it was really just having the opportunity to be on campus and thrive as a campus leader, being involved, and then also reaching back and pulling up the next set of students behind me, pouring into them like I was being poured into. I used to be on the board. I had to step down due to some life events that kind of took place and took me away from giving back to the campus that really truly allowed me to grow up to be the adult that I am today. within the different things that I do. So looking forward to getting back on the board to still give back to UW Parkside. And then last time I visited campus, this past spring, I was here for the student involvement fair, serving in the capacity of primary advisor for one of the sororities collegiate chapters. So here doing some volunteer work in that capacity. So thank you.
Hello everybody here, my name is Aurora. I graduated here in 2020 for my undergrad. I graduated from the art program and I minored in political science. I also got my art history certificate, and in 2022 I got my MBA in finance and supply chain management. One brief memory of Parkside, working at student activities. That was Terry Portier and Pam Kilkowski. I don't remember his last name. Do you remember? Well, it was a very fun time. I just remember being involved with a lot of organizations, trying to help them build up their programs, whatever it is that they endeavored to do. I was there to help them build that up, their organizations, whatever criteria they needed to meet. The student activities office was there to help them, guide them through the process. So I really enjoyed doing that, and mostly because you get to be involved with all the professors and all the students, all the organizations. So essentially you were the intermediary, and it's really nice to facilitate that things for people, those kind of things for people. See, I haven't joined the board, but I think it's kind of interesting given that I do like to be a part of the community groups and programs. I just like to be involved. It's one of the things from student activities is getting involved. That was really the main thing, if you guys remember. Get involved. So that's been my mentality since I left the student activities. Let's see. The last time I visited campus was a few months ago for Dennis Bayuzik's art gallery presentation. It was Bayuzik's retrospective presentation, and that was, I think, back in April, I want to say. Basically, a body of a lot of his work from over the course of years, and I just really enjoyed it. I got a chance to meet a lot of people, or see a lot of people that I hadn't seen in a long time. A lot of fellow students that I went to school with, and a lot of my professors, so it was a very good experience. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Maggie Loney. I am the president of the Parkside Employee Alumni Group. I graduated in 2014 with a double major in English and Communication. I didn't know that I was on the board until Sabrina told me that Pete is part of the board, so I am here now. Favorite memory of Parkside, I was the editor-in-chief for the Ranger News, so that was a lot of fun during my time here. And last time I visited campus was yesterday because I work here, so I'm just always here.
All right, good evening. I am Yolanda Jackson Lewis. I graduated in 1995. Yes, the late 1900s. I graduated, as my 15-year-old reminded me the other day, I'm old. Yep. But anyway, my major was English, and then I became certified to teach, because at that time, you just couldn't major in education. You had to major in an area and then become certified to teach. A brief memory, I have many memories of Parkside. This was just a place where I stayed on campus, 3E, before there was a Ranger Hall, and y'all got all that nice free stuff. They got built up, they were still paying that. Right? But I guess I would have, folks mentioned activities. I was on Parkside Activities Board. I worked in Union 209. Diane Walsh was a great mentor and friend of mine. I was Shauna's orientation leader. That was a lot of fun. But lots of good memories at Parkside. It was just a great place to be, and lots of good memories here. And so I'm not on the board. However, I would like to get involved and give back to a place that has given so much to me. And the last time I visited campus, probably I think last month, when the Mahone Jazz Fest was here. So that's when I was here last.
Okay, my name is Juan Torres. I graduated in 1996, sociology major. My memory is when I came back to Parkside in support of Margaret Carpenter was the ECE3 program for education. So that was an important thing because that was my career for the rest of my life. I'm a retired teacher. I'm not a member of the board. And I believe I visited Parkside in a couple of events, the YMCA board event and the NAACP, and it was held here.
I'm Roberta Schnabel. I graduated in 1999. I have a degree in math and computer science. I have a lot of good memories from Parkside. I was on the Parkside Activities Board. I met some great people who are still friends today. Last time I visited was the Mahone Fund in August. And I come back, I would be back for volleyball tournaments in the field house. But that's about it. This area is totally different.
My name is Marie Hardy. I graduated in '91. I have a communication degree and women's studies minor. Brief memory of Parkside. Well, I could mention that Yolanda beat me as the homecoming queen that year. So yeah, we go way back. But I was also on the activity board, and interestingly, when you're talking about Ranger Hall, when we went to school here, there was only the apartment dorms. But I got a call one summer and was asked to come in and interview to be a resident advisor at the YMCA in Racine, for any of you that are familiar with this area. They were out of dorm space, so I spent a year, I think we had 45 freshmen. And you talk about growing up quickly, that'll do it when you're responsible for all that. So that was a great experience, and it definitely was life-changing. I'm not on the board. Sabrina talked me into being here, just like it sounds like a lot of you. I actually did help out with some events, probably 3-4 years. It was probably pre-COVID, but I did help out with some of the events, some outdoor things and some other things that Tim Mahone volunteered me for. So kind of seeing a pattern here of people I associate with and getting volunteered for things. Last time I visited campus was for when the Mahone Jazz Fest was here, but I also usually come every year for the foreign film series, so I come and support that.
My name is Clay Camber. I graduated last year, Bachelor's in Economics. Brief memory is just the beauty of the campus, the ability to stay inside when it's winter and go outside when it's summer. I love how it's all one building. Last time I visited campus was for my commencement in December. So it's been almost a year since I've been on campus, so it's nice to be back here.
So, hi, my name is Maya, and I graduated in 2023. I've done my MBA in finance, and a brief memory. It's been a year since I graduated, and I think every time I look at the campus, every small bit of it has its own memory. So right here, I'm like, okay, I think it feels like yesterday since I began my course in like 2022. So yeah, and me joining the board because I like meeting new people, and it's going to be a great experience connecting with all of you. And unfortunately, a couple of us were late today because we were stuck in office, but we finally made it. And last time I visited I think it's been almost a month or something because I have my juniors coming up, so we just thought of coming and meeting them, but yeah, we yet to do so. Thank you.
Hello everyone, I am Nandini Vinas. I graduated last fall and with a major in business administration, concentration in finance, and a brief memory about Parkside, like these two guys have mentioned about the beauty of the campus. So I visited the US for the first time in 2022. So yes, definitely the fall is captivating. It is amazing. And winters was super cold, but it was great. It was great, yeah. And I would like to join the board because I would like to be associated with it, and I would like to know about events, I mean not just about the events which are coming up, but be someone who is still connected to the Parkside community. Yeah. And the last time I visited campus could be probably 2 or 3 weeks ago, because sometimes when I work from home, I work from the library. Yeah.
Hi guys, my name is Jay, and I graduated from the Parkside in 2021 with MBA Finance. There are two memories which I can't forget. First, when I came over here, it was a COVID period, and along with me, there was only 3 boys, so they allotted us in the Ranger Hall. And Ranger Hall was completely empty. So we 4 people were just sleeping together in one room. And when we first landed in United States, so I'm from India, so when we first landed in United States, when we step out in the airport, we all slip in the snow. So one person fall, he took everyone. So that was the memory. I'm not a member of the board. The last time I visited was in their graduation. They are my juniors. So yeah, in 2023. So yeah, I like coming over here and sit around and just roam around the campus.
Nice.
Are they going to do the introduction?
All you.
I apologize, I'm late. Hi, I'm Jacqueline Morris, and I graduated in 1989 from Parkside. My memory was that I was here on a track scholarship, so the memory is that I left her debt-free. I'm not here to join the board. Sabrina put this on my calendar. She sent me a chat today, and then she stopped into my building. So I was here in August for the Mahone event, so it's so nice to see all of you lovely Ranger faces.
Thank you. Patrick?
My name is Patrick Langston. I graduated in 2020, major in MBA with emphasis in finance. Memory of going to Parkside, just night classes. Why I joined the board, I love giving back to the community. Last time I visited, I believe it was a track event. Thank you, everybody.
All right, so I think we have everyone. I think it's really powerful in telling our stories and knowing who's in the room. Parkside really focuses on sharing our stories and with the community. We are going to now.
For a minute, you can share your story.
Yes.
Oh, okay. I'll go briefly. All right, so I am Sabrina Morgan. I graduated in 2003 with sociology and communication with 2 certificates in conflict resolution and community-based learning. I was a student leader. I was very involved while here at Parkside. This is my second stint on the board. As you all know, our term limit is 9 years. So I had served 9 years, so I got involved right after graduating. And then they brought me back. Unfortunately, I couldn't bring Nika back, but it's fine. It's fine. They brought me back, and so I'm serving currently as the president. And I'm so happy that you all were able to share your stories as well tonight. All right, so we are going to hear from our wonderful Chancellor, Lynn Akey. She's going to be talking about some highlights from the university and the strategic direction.
Sure, thank you. Well, thank you, everyone. First off, just thrilled to be here with you tonight, to get to see all of you. I mean, you're the reason why we're all here. as alumni, and you know, the impact that hopefully Parkside had on you, and hopefully the impact you have on Parkside, right? As you go out into the future, and you create, you know, your paths, you create your success. You truly are the story of Parkside, and so thank you for doing that for us. And so thank you also for spending some time with us tonight. I'm really excited about the things that we have happening here on campus this fall. As many of you mentioned about activities and events, some that are certainly strong traditions here at Parkside, but we also have some exciting things coming up you may or may not have heard about. First, we actually have the opportunity this September to be visiting with the Board of Regents. So they rotate and they visit different campuses across the system. There's 13. And so here in just a few weeks, they'll actually be here at Parkside. So it's a great opportunity for us to showcase the institution and everything amazing that's happening here. We also will have later this fall homecoming. Forever a Ranger, I believe, right? Yay! Always a Ranger. Always a Ranger. Well, okay. Always a Ranger, forever a Ranger. And so we'd really encourage you to be on the lookout for that. Adam, maybe he'll be talking about that a little bit later tonight. So I'm super excited about some of the activities and events that are happening with that as well, as in addition to all of the other things that we have going on. Just a little bit about me, since I had a chance to join Parkside here in January. It's been a great adventure here over the last few months. And appreciate all of you who were giving me tips earlier about cool places to check out in Kenosha and Racine in our region. So I'm not from this area originally, from Illinois originally, but I spent prior to here the last close to 24 years in Minnesota. And so come on over and enjoying it so far. So it's been great. As I mentioned earlier, I came to know Parkside back in 2021. June 1st, I remember, with my son, because he chose Parkside as his college home. And so I remember bringing him over here, dropping him off, and going back 6 hours away from him. But he came here so that he could study sports management and so that he could run as a part of a Division II cross-country and track team. So he'll be starting his, hopefully, 4th and senior year and graduating this coming May. And then we'll see if we can talk him into a master's program as well. But we'll see what happens here. But little did I know in 2021 that come 2023, I'd be applying to serve as chancellor here, and this January actually have that opportunity. And I was really drawn to the institution as I came to know it because of the impact we have, right here in our region, the students that we get to serve, the ways in which we actually transform lives every day, the types of relationships some of you talked about that we have, our faculty, staff, and students on our campus. And so I'm just really proud to call this home and proud to serve as your chancellor. As Sabrina mentioned, we are focused on some things for the future, and she helped me out up here. Certainly Parkside has a strong legacy of impact, but as we're thinking about the future, there's some things we want to lean into. The first one up here is being that first choice university, proudly serving students who live, learn, and work right here in the Milwaukee-Chicago corridor. One of the common attributes we have across all of our students, whether they're graduate students, undergraduate students, maybe what we might consider traditional students or transfer students or adult learning students, many of them work, either a part of their learning experience or work to help support their learning experience. And so one of the things we want to make sure we're doing is that we're offering the kinds of programs, the types of academic experiences, and we're doing it in a way that supports folks who are trying to work and or have significant life commitments outside of learning. So we're going to have some pretty intense conversations around that this fall. The second thing we're leaning into is making sure that we're making a shift from being just a provider here that's in the region to really being a tight partner with business and industry. Because part of our kind of key contribution to the region is making sure that we're feeling for the future, the economy, workforce development, that we're ensuring our graduates, when they walk across that stage, they're walking into an excellent job opportunity, or they're advancing into an excellent career opportunity. And we do that by making sure we're partnering strongly. So we're going to be focused on that as well. And then thirdly, we're thinking about our structures. How do we make sure we're nimble and that we can change, that our academic programs and disciplines can come together, be a little bit more interdisciplinary, because that's what our students need in the workplace today. And so we're digging into that this semester as well. Just leaving you with one other thought, and in fact we touched on it in the back, that sometimes Parkside is known as the hidden gem, right? And so here's what you can do for me as alumni, is help to make sure we don't stay that hidden gem within the Milwaukee-Chicago corridor. Okay? Use your voice, use your connections to make sure people know about the unbelievably amazing opportunity that Parkside provides for students. Our faculty and staff work incredibly hard. They're amazing every single day to provide life-changing opportunities and experiences. We need folks to know about it. So my charge and ask of you is to help to make sure we stay that gem, but we don't stay hidden. And so please help do your part on that. With that, I'm going to turn it back over to, oh yeah, go ahead.
I have a question. So I remember as a high school student, I missed this day for whatever reason, but we would have representatives down from the admissions come down to NPS schools to talk to Parkside. I mean, to come down to the students to talk to, you know, about Parkside. Is that still happening? And then two, I do know some schools like Cyber High School, I am a contract worker there, and they bring high school students down on campus to just give them a campus tour. But I think it's very important and essential that people are still coming down so they can see and get a presentation of what the school offers. And then maybe they can, if there's budget, that they can bus kids, if it's not feasible at NPS, if they can bus kids down here to see. Because I knew nothing about Parkside. I came to Parkside because all of my friends were coming and I couldn't go to a HBCU because I couldn't afford it because I was a first generation college student. However, I'm glad that I was blessed to be here because it just gave me a whole different perspective of outlook on life as far as the relationship that I created. But I think it's important that that continues to happen because it can bridge that gap.
Absolutely, thank you. It is so important. We're kind of trying to go both ways. One, we want to bring and enable as many students as possible to visit campus because we know once they have a chance to see how amazing this place is, so many of you commented on how beautiful it is, that's really important. And sometimes they think small, but they're not quite sure what small means until they're here, and then they recognize that small means basically home. For them and the type of support that they can have here. But they don't know that until they're here. Yeah. So we certainly want to, and we certainly still host groups all the time here on campus, but we can do that more. And we continue to go out. That's the other thing, is making sure we're going the other way to engage with the community. But if you know a group or a school or a community, like I was meeting with some folks earlier, we were talking about some of the community centers in Racine or talking about churches in Racine. There's other ways that we can reach students and families too, particularly for our students that might be first in their family to consider college. Happy to hear about those as well. Sabrina can send those my way or you can just drop them to me directly. I'm always happy to hear about how we can reach out further into the community. Because you're right, that's how it happens. I think I'm supposed to now, am I supposed to introduce? Yes. He already introduced himself once already, so let me bring up here our newest Vice Chancellor on the team, Devin Boris, joined us as our Vice Chancellor for University Advancement and Community Partnership. We were so excited to get a ranger back. A ranger back on the leadership team. I'm looking forward to what he can do for us in this role. So, Devin.
Thank you. You had to put the photo in the... Okay, that's another photo. Thank you. Just to finish my introduction, how many, raise your hand for sociology. Sociology majors. I know there's more than that. I heard like everyone, it's not a competition, just curious. So I joined Parkside, like many of you, and many of the students that I've met since I started, with questions, a ton of questions. And I came in business, I was just going to seek a business degree. I had no idea what that was. I was terrified of public speaking. I was really shy. And the next thing I know, I graduate with sociology, and I ran for office as a senior, and my whole career was set forth for me. So when I see the sociology majors, I always wonder how many of you had a similar story where you came in, you met somebody I know who I met, who inspired me and changed my life. So aside from that, I went to work for the Shalom Center. I was development director at the Shalom Center for a number of years in Kenosha. I also spent some time for the Red Cross in Racine, and then I ended up at All Saints Hospital in Racine, where I was there for almost 15 years through 3 system transfers and about 6 org structure transfers, and so I exited that relationship when this opportunity came up. So I'm very grateful to be here. This is our team. Obviously, you know me. Anna Wallish, who is our, I would say, most tenured associate, who has been a lifesaver for me, as the whole team has. She has a wealth of knowledge, so if you have questions, if you ask me, I'm just going to absolutely just deflect those right at Hannah. She holds everything at the moment. I'm learning as quickly as I can. Maris, who is here, there she is. Isaac, who is our annual fund coordinator. Eddie, who is our prospect research database manager, and then Kim Dewson, who is our admin. I'm getting to know them, I'm getting to learn them, and so far I've been very grateful to have this team. We have a lot of it falls on their expertise. You know, with a change in leadership, they've spent as much time with the donors and as much time with the alumni as possible, so they're kind of downloading all that to me, which has helped. I'm going to toss this to Maris, if you don't mind, because she is the keeper of this flame, and I want her to receive credit, because there's actually a really incredible part of this that I will back you up when you share.
Yeah, thanks for putting this up. So you may have gotten some emails or letters that look like this. So we are working with PCI, which is Publishing Concepts Inc., to collect alumni data and alumni stories. So this letter is our way of, well, PCI's way of being able to get a response. And we have been able to verify over 1,500 alumni data and then have over 1,000 stories. So these stories range from people just talking about their favorite memory of Parkside, their favorite professor, class, and it's been super great to hear all these things. And we're going to use these stories in our communications, in our ways of being able to project and show how much Parkside means to people and how much Parkside pride people have. So this is a project. Make sure to call in if you don't. We hope to hear from you soon.
Thank you. No, do it. Do I want to do the high level engagement? Okay. I'm not this. So, Maris, I wanted her to come up. She has over 1,000 responses to that?
Yes, over
okay.
1,000.
So that's really, in my business, we would refer to that as a self-identifier, right? Don't make your job hard. We have 1,000 alumni that have an emotional connection with the university, and so that's where we're leaning in as we develop as a team and spend time with our donors and our alumni. My ask to all the alum, just as same as I had an interview recently, kind of to download my thoughts, throw it at me. Bring all of the energy and the ideas and the feedback, positive and negative. We're in a phase, we're building a new team, we're building a new structure. I need as much of that as possible. Those 1,000 people, my true hope is starting with those 1,000, they will all receive a personal connection. We will lean into that and then build out the engagement from there. With engagement, it's one word, it's what we have to do. We have to spend time. Amy and I were talking in the hallway. Part of my career and part of what I do is population change with donors. How do you respect and manage and spend time with one generation of donor while you're also learning and growing and bringing in another generation of donor? A lot of that applies to the alumni. And so while we're going to focus on all of our established relationships, we're going to look at lowering barriers of entry, bring your kids, things like that, changing our events, and changing how can we make what we're doing fit into their lives, just like we do with our students. Just as we move forward with the idea of coming to meet our students more than halfway, we want to continue to do that with our alumni. So that stuff will begin to roll out, and again, I encourage you see it. If you have feedback, please share. Thank you.
All right. Thank you all so much for giving us some information about Parkside, sharing the story, and how you or us as alumni can be involved. I'm going to bring up one of our wonderful board members, Amy, to talk about some of the engagement activities and highlights that the Alumni Association has done over the year.
Here's a quick little recap of some of the stuff that we've done throughout the year and we usually do throughout the year. alumni love giving back to the community and engaging our alumni in our local community. So we do the special needs trick or treat. That involves a lot of the special needs kids in Kenosha. A lot of it's hosted at a hotel, and so maybe some of the kids are mobility. They can't get around to every single house, and so it's difficult for them during Halloween to get all the candy. So it's all in one nice, safe little hotel. They've got the police department there, they've got the fire department there, they've got a lot of games and stuff for them. It's really, really kid-friendly for them. And then another thing that we do, Uptown Community Trunk or Treat, same thing. So bring the trick or treat to the Uptown community so that the kids can come and get the trick or treat where they normally wouldn't get that event. Our alumni annual wreath making event, that is a great event here where we actually bring the wreath making here, and you can come and then you can pay for it. You can bring your family members, you get to do the wreath making, make a nice holiday wreath to go on your door for Christmas for your event. Parkside Day, everybody's here for Parkside Day. Parkside Day is a great day. We do a lot of stuff for that. Distinguished Alumni Awards, the Parkside Alumni Day and the Kingfish game, that's big. We go to the Kingfish game, you get a discounted ticket, and everybody is at the Kingfish game. We do the Brewers, Parkside Alumni Day at the Brewers game as well. We get a discounted ticket, and then we do tailgating, and so for your ticket rate, you also get free tailgating, and then you get, we provide food and snacks, and everybody hangs out underneath Parkside canopy. So meet all of your friends. We just like to engage all of our alumni back, bring all of our alumni back to the Brewers game so we can all hang out together, sit all in the seats together. Of course, we're always at winter and spring commencement ceremonies. We're always there trying to congratulate all of our new graduates, and we're trying to congratulate everybody and welcoming everybody that they are now part of the University of Wisconsin Parkside Alumni Association. So, and welcoming them to the board, possibly asking them if they want to be part of the board. So, and then there's the Alumni Association fundraiser days as well. They're all at local eateries. We've tried a couple of new ones this year, so I think we've had success with different ones. So it's a lot of different things that we've tried, and we would be open to a lot of different new ideas. That's why we're excited for new people to join the board. I mean, many hands make light work, so it would be nice for new ideas on the board, hopefully. More ideas for more fundraiser days, more ideas for any more events would be great. So it would be nice for more people to be on the board. Thank you. And so then this would be, what's that one? So there's events. All of our different events. But then there's another one for all of our different events. And another one for this is at our commencement. This is all the stuff that I just talked about. Here's Jada.
Bless you. Hello everyone, I'm Jada again. So I'm just going to do a little recap on Parkside Day this year. So for 2023, we had 71 donors at $5,000, 633. That's how much we raised. This year we had 16 donors at $3,970. All of the proceeds from the Parkside Day go to the Alumni Association Endowed Scholarship. So overall, we've had 915 donors, generated $210,874, which goes to all of scholarships. So love that. Love these pictures of me. They look terrible, but it's fine. So we can briefly go over the annual budget. So when it comes to, this is as of September 1st, 2024. Cash amount is $12,000, $12,403.33. Investments comes to $40,597.24, which all equals 2024 to 2023 to 2024 was $53,000.57, and then 22 to 2023 was $61,637.40. Yeah. So some of the ways that we generate revenue is Parkside Day for our scholarships. And as Amy said, we do fundraisers, so family and friends nights at different restaurants. Rock Melcha, like we did one at La Pagada this summer, so that was pretty cool. We have our investment accounts, and also we've lost a source of revenue as of June 30th, 2023, which was our Liberty Mutual third-party agreement.
All right, thank you all so much. So according to our bylaws, we do have to let the alumni, because you all are part of the association, know what we're doing fiduciary and making sure that we are financially responsible as we utilize the funds that you all have invested or the money that we're raising on behalf of the Alumni Association. So with that, we're going to be transitioning to our last part of the evening, which is for the Alumni Association Board nominations. We did have a call for nominations earlier, and we did have 3 individuals to submit a letter of interest or intent to join the board. We do currently have 3 open positions. On the board, we can have up to 15 members. And so we are going to call at this time, if anyone who did not originally submit a letter of intent to the Parkside Alumni Association email, if you wanted to run, be considered this evening, you can have a nomination from the floor. So right now we have 3 who have already submitted, but we're gonna put it open right now for anyone who is interested in being a member of the Parkside Alumni Association. If you would like to be nominated at this time, you will just be given a brief 2-minute speech of why you want to join the board. You can do so at that time. Is there anyone, we're gonna be calling nominations, is there anyone who would like to be nominated for the Alumni Association board? I mean, it's super fun. Do you just hear all the engagement? Oh, yes? Are you, okay, so are you nominating yourself or are you nominating someone?
Myself.
Okay. All right. Spell your first name and last name, please.
My first name, Trinity, Trinitee. Last name, Ajane, Ajazachane.
All right, so we will give each candidate up to, oh, I'm sorry. Was there anyone else? Was there anyone else who would like to?
Can she do the name again, please?
Yeah, and she'll come up here to speak too. Yep. Is there anyone else who would like to be a part of this dynamic organization? No pressure. Yes. Yeah, so he had a question about like how much time does the Alumni Association board members spend? I'll let our vice president talk about it.
Thanks, Sabrina. We just transitioned. I'm Janelle, everyone, by the way. We just transitioned to an every other month meeting schedule. So previously it was monthly. However, we all, we have lots of conflicts for time sometimes, and so we understand people have busy lives. So we are transitioning over to an every other month. But in the meantime, maybe in that off month, you might meet with your subcommittee, because if you read on the description, the job description, belonging to a subcommittee is a requirement to be on the board. So we have subcommittees like community service, as well as fundraising and social events. So we have those different subcommittees that you would join. And again, so you might meet with them on the off month. So roughly, I'd say an hour or two per month just on meetings. And then if you do attend the events, so those vary in terms of like the longevity of the time, but it's usually another 2 to 3 hours that you would want to consider at least quarterly, probably, like 2 to 4 times a year is usually the average board members' attendance at events outside of just the meetings. Does that help?
Oh, yes.
Okay, good. Any other questions? Any other nominations? Okay, great. So then we will start with our, oh, go ahead. Oh, okay, perfect. What was your first name? Actually, when you come up, to do your 2-minute speech, can you spell your first and last name for everybody so they can write it on their ballot?
Sure.
Awesome, wonderful. Did you want to start then with everybody? Yeah? Okay, so then we will start the 2-minute nominations. So Parise Beckley, you're up first.
Good evening, everybody. Again, I am Parise Beckley. So just a little bit more about who I am before I quickly go into why, quickly about who I am before I go into why I would like to rejoin the board. I am a Milwaukee native. I'm a first-generation college student, born, raised, educated, proud product of Milwaukee Public Schools. Throughout my high school journey, going into Parkside, I've become very passionate about the college going process for students, not just those that are first generation college students, but all students. Truly believing in being the change in which you wish to see in the world, as well as no child left behind. Me coming back to the board, I did have to step away due to life events. I had an accident, and then I got a big job promotion where I had to actually implement a brand new school curriculum into Milwaukee Public Schools. So that took me away from the board. But coming back to the board, I'm passionate about Parkside. I'm always promoting Parkside, advocating for Parkside. And even in my career as a college and career advisor, I found myself challenging a scholarship program in Milwaukee and letting them know, like, hey, you're about to lose 2 candidates because they're going to Parkside because it's most more affordable. So coming back to the board, I would like to continue that advocacy of UW Parkside, promoting in the Milwaukee community, letting it know, like, yes, it's a hidden gem, but it's the best hidden gem in the UW system. At this campus, you can thrive as a leader. You can be who you want to be without all the other pressures or, you know, of, hey, join this event or join that event, come over here, come over there, being on the big campus. We talk about how small it is, but to me, it's really large because of the connections, the relationships, and also being in diverse populations, you learn, not just about race, but other time, talents, and then treasures. So coming back to the board or being on the board or hopefully electing me to the board, I can continue being that advocate for UW Parkside in the Milwaukee community. Thank you.
Thank you, Grace. Nakia Hughes.
Hello everyone, my name is Nakaya Hughes. You're okay, my name is Nakaya Hughes. As stated before, I go to Parkside currently. My heart is really with volunteering. I volunteer with the Boys and Girls Club a lot. I volunteer with the Mahone family. Many of you probably seen me speaking there. It's really one of my passions to give back, not just to Parkside, but to my community. One of the things I would try to bring to the board is, many of you might know that I was a transfer student from HBCU, and navigating Parkside as a transfer student was really hard for me. But as I went through it, I graduated and I came out on the other end. And now being a graduate, I'm helping people who are also transfer students work their way through Parkside and understand that they have a place here. I think people say we're a hidden gem, which I understand, but I think all alumni should understand this is home for us. I want our homecoming to be just that. You're coming home. You know, you feel me? You're here, you're vibing with the people and the students, and you're spreading the word that Parkside is here to stay. I think my background working in the community could really help, as well as my age group, me being a fresh graduate and still being in my early 20s. I can navigate social media, kind of reach out to students around my age, and I think it's really important to reach out to this demographic, especially being a young Black woman, because I think that many of us are skipped when it comes to education. But yeah, that's my little spiel, and I hope that you consider me for a board position. Thank you.
Thank you, Nakaya. I apologize apologize again for butchering your name. We are going to skip Sharice. She was not able to be here with us tonight, and so we are going to review that at our board meeting, correct? Okay. And so then Trinity, you are up next. Did everyone get Trinity's name spelled?
I can spell it again.
Okay, okay.
My name is Trinity Ajane, first name T-R-I-N-I-T-E-E. Last name Ajane, A-J-A-Z-H-A-N-E. Okay. So I did not know that I would be giving a speech today when I first came out, but I did take public speaking here, so let's see how this goes. A little bit of background about myself. I have a couple degrees. My bachelor's here in general business management, and then I decided to continue my education abroad in Oxford, England, in international business management. So I started out actually in the Milwaukee area, born and raised. I was in a lot of college prep programs, one College Possible, College Works Painting, where we would go around and for young entrepreneurs and just try to really get yourself into the community. I am a big advocate of getting out, getting to know the people, getting to know your neighbor, and really just trying to give back. It's not always what you can do, it's not always what others can do for you, but it's the asset that you can bring for others. And that's really what I try and get out there in the world, honestly. I guess the reason why I would really want to be a part of the Board of Association here is because Parkside really helped me in everyday life. It really helped me get to know many different people in the community. I also helped my brother get into this college, and that's how much I really advocate for this school. Another reason why I would love to be here is because I'm right in the area. Again, I've always tried to get active into the community. And I think it's really important for minorities like me to be able to have a chance at college, to be able to see someone who looks like me as well, and know that there's opportunities to go to college. I am a first-generation college graduate as well. And I just think it's really important for people to see people like me as well and know that it's possible not only to achieve your goals, but to exceed them. So yeah, that's me. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Trinity, and I hope I'm not mispronouncing again. Mayam?
That's correct.
Come on, is it close? Okay, go ahead.
Thank you. So, hello everyone. I'll just begin with spelling my name out. It's M-A-Y-A-N-K. That's Mayank. So, just like Trinity, I think I was not prepared to, I didn't even know, okay, what's happening. But there's just one thing that this entire thing has taken me back into a flashback. Like, I come from India, and I came to the US in 2022. And since then, when I am at the campus, I see that there's so many people with different diversities coming up, and especially the international students that I tried connecting with. So back in India, I have had this experience of being in an alumni committee. I've also been in a couple of other communities, with I would say the social serving kind of something. So I think I can contribute over here. It could be a blend of both of these communities that I could contribute something over here. So I see that Parkside is coming up with treaties with different universities in around the globe, I think. So being an international student, I think I'll be able to connect with them and also be a good resource as such. I don't limit myself to a particular task or a job, but I'm sure that I can be a great resource to contribute and align with the goal of the entire committee. Thank you.
Oh, go ahead.
Apologies. So it's K-U-M-A-R, Kumar. You could just put it as MK, that would be easier for you.
No, they're troopers and they're spelling it out. Okay, so I'm reminding everyone that only three can be selected and only Parkside alumni can vote. So if you don't have a paper and are a Parkside alumni, please let me know and I will get you one. But at this time, you would check only 3 candidates from our nomination form.
All right, and as you are filling those out, once they are done, please just put it in the air. Janelle and Jada will come around to gather those. While you all are doing that, we are going to bring up Adam Stum, our Director of Athletics, and he is also a Parkside alum. Yeah, woohoo! Isn't that a nice photo of him?
Thank you, Sabrina, and good evening, everyone. Appreciate you having me here tonight to talk a little bit about athletics and homecoming and kind of the stuff that we're doing when it comes to athletics. As Sabrina mentioned, I am Adam Shem, Director of Athletics. I'm in my 2nd year here at Parkside as AD. I'm a 2008 Parkside alum and former Alumni Association board member as well. Just a little bit about athletics, because we often say that Parkside is Wisconsin's only NCAA Division II institution, which makes us very unique. But I often, when I say that, I get asked, what does that mean? So what that means is we do offer athletic aid, but a lot of the Division III schools in the state do not. But unlike Division I institutions, we offer more of a balance when it comes to academics and athletics. And one of our big things, we really talk a lot about making sure that we have success in the classroom, success in competition, and success in the community when it comes to our student athletes. So some of our highlights that we had this year, first and foremost, they are student athletes. They are students first. So they continue to maintain a strong academic record. Our student athletes had a 3.41 overall GPA, and 54% of them had a 3.5 GPA or higher. Success in competition is another big piece that we talk about. Obviously, when you're a student athlete, you're an athlete, you want to win. That's a big piece. We had teams from, or individuals and teams from many of our sport programs, as you can see here, compete in NCAA championships this year. We had our women's golf program compete for the first time ever, like literally a first year ever of having a women's golf program this past year, and we had one of our student athletes make the NCAA championship while doing that. As well as our wrestling program finished 7th in the nation this past year and should be contenders to win a national championship this year. And then when it comes to success in the community in a couple of different ways. First of all, we were successful in securing the first ever endowed scholarship within athletics that will benefit a volleyball student athlete, actually 2 student athletes this year. In addition, our student athletes continue to find ways to give back to our local community here, whether it's through the Jockey Undie Run, the Shalom Center, One Hope. Those are really a lot of the 3 areas that we really focus in on when it comes to our student athletes and the successes that we want to make sure that they have in competition, in the classroom, and in the community. We do have 16 sports programs, and I believe if I got my numbers correct today, with it being 10th day, I think we have 303 student athletes. It's the first time we've ever been over 300 student athletes here at Parkside. So looking ahead, more long-term specifically to athletics, what we're looking to do now is establish our first ever athletic strategic plan, a roadmap that's going to kind of chart the direction of Parkside athletics from 2025 through 2030, which is something that has never been done within athletics. So we're looking to do that. We will certainly continue to seek feedback from Parkside alumni and Parkside community on how we chart that course. As well as you can certainly see, we have some work to do when it comes to our outdoor athletics facilities. So developing a plan to how we can potentially enhance our facilities when it comes to developing an outdoor track, to a soccer facility, baseball, and softball as well. Now, in the short term, that's kind of our long-term goals that we're looking to accomplish in the next year or so. Short term, Chancellor talked about homecoming, so we're excited to bring homecoming back this year to Parkside. Perfect, there we go. It is coming up in October, a little bit more than a month out. It's Thursday, October 10th. Through Sunday, October 13th. Highlighted a couple different events. Friday afternoon, early evening, we have an alumni tailgate, which will lead into our volleyball game that evening. Saturday morning, we have our homecoming reflections, which will be a great panel for alumni with alumni. as well as a bunch of different athletic events and arts events arts and music events throughout the weekend. Certainly would love to see everyone there. Contribute how you can over that weekend. I think we've had a lot of good conversation tonight about how Parkside really is home for a lot of us. And as a Parkside alum, I know what that means to me. So we'd love to see you out here on campus. Bring your friends, not just for alumni, it's for community members as well. And then the last piece, we in athletics are hosting a volleyball tournament this weekend. Actually, our Parkside match is going on right now. When I left to come over here, we were up 1-0. We have 12 matches over the course of the next 2 days. I'm offering anyone here tonight complimentary admission to any of those events. Just shoot me an email, which is on our website, and come out and enjoy a Parkside game for free. So thank you for the opportunity. It's always an honor to speak to the Alumni Association. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Adam. And isn't that amazing that we have so many Parkside alum working for the university? Yes. Wealth of knowledge. But before we go to our conclusion, I just wanted to take this opportunity to just thank the Alumni Association current board members. They are truly appreciated. They work tirelessly all the time, right? And it is a volunteer organization, so they want to give back. They love Parkside, and they truly are amazing. So again, just give yourselves a hand wave. All the board members, current board members. All right. Oh yes, sir. So thank you all. We are going to have now just alumni drawing. We have a few things to give away. So we asked Chancellor to come up here really quickly so she can pick 3 names. So I hope everybody pick it up. Oh, drum roll please. And then you all can see me after for your prizes. Nico! Wow, Nico was very fortunate. He also had won Kingfish tickets for our Alumni Day, and he won Brewers tickets. No, he won. Marie Hardy! Congratulations. Uh-oh, drum roll for the last one. April. Congratulations, and see me after at the table. Thank you. All right. So, what we've all been waiting for, so we had a total of 5 candidates for our Alumni Association. And I would be remiss if I didn't just thank our outgoing board members, Janelle, our vice president. She's starting her PhD program in Madison, so you know, we're very proud of you, but we are definitely gonna miss you. All of the hard work and, you know, putting up with Madam President. We're gonna miss you. So in an unprecedented move tonight, so originally we were putting out 3 board seats. However, we can have up to 15 members. So because you all were so great in your speeches, we are going to welcome all 4 of you to the So please do not leave, all 4 of you and current board members. We'll be meeting briefly after this meeting. All right, so again, we want to just extend thank you so much for coming out. Look for all of the information that Maris and the advancement team sends out for alumni engagement. Information from the foundation about giving, alumni giving, and just from the Alumni Association as well. Go like our Facebook post and our LinkedIn page. So thank you all so much and have a good night.